the same way Shannon just, hey, she looked better back then. Same, hey, it's subjective. So who am I to pick a woman based on your preference? You like a, I don't think Tiny was ever attractive to me.
Okay. I think it's more so on the point of we can tell there's a general consensus of men who are like, okay, there's an attractive person in the room versus that's your type in particular. Luis, that sounds great. I'm here for that. You know, you want to have someone that's beautiful inside and out. I kind of put it like this. At the end of the day, you should choose the woman that matches you best, that has all the attributes that you're looking for, that not only is beautiful, but is respectful, that is loving, that is kind, and has a joyous spirit. But with that aside, yeah, she got to be fine. I ain't playing with y'all. Like, I'm in the entertainment industry. Okay. I'm in the modeling industry. You know, I ain't never met a dude with money in my life that had an ugly woman ever, unless she was with him from the ground up. I mean, right there with him, like shoveling.
Yeah, only
right
old
there,
money.
Putting that work.
Only old
putting
money.
that work in, like next to him.
How does that make? But how does that make it any different when it comes to attractiveness, though?
You mean being physically attractive?
Yeah, you just said that you never knew a rich dude who didn't have no pretty chick unless she started at the bottom. But what difference does that make when it comes to attractiveness?
No, what I'm saying is that I'm sure she's attractive to him, and that's what matters the most. But I'm saying that outwardly attractive to most people, I ain't never seen a dude that was overly successful and financially. You gotta remember though, she was more successful than he was. She was the star. He was up and coming. That's different. And she was way more attractive back in the day when she was with Escape. So that's not the same argument. But
who Escape? You talking about Tiny?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did a trick. You got to go back to Escape days.
Right. Exactly.
She transformed.
She was tight. She was tight during the Escape days, straight up. And again, she had the money. She had the fame. She had all that. Compared to now, she was tight back then. What you mean?
It ain't hard to be tight compared to now, but I'm saying like,
her look. No, she wasn't.
Look, she looked way better back then than she does now.
Look better, but she still.
I was there. Yes, she was.
The sound of
you better go back and YouTube some of those.
Listen, the internet exists. We can pull up pictures.
If I get a chance to talk, I'll break it down. But I'll let them finish.
All right, let's let B-Man finish his answer before y'all get us canceled.
Exactly.
This man podcast bigger than all Jesus Christ. All right, go ahead, B-Man. Finish up.
Yeah, no, but at the end of the day, like, no, I can't be the best looking dude, like. In the couple in a relationship, that can't happen. I know I'm a model, but I can't be the best looking one, straight up. So yes, like physical attributes are extremely important. She represents me. She'll represent my last name if she's my woman, if she's my wife. And the other thing too, if she's tight and she's fine and everything, when we had them kids, she gonna have that snapback. She got to come back from that. You know what I'm saying? So having her body together and all that. See, there you go, Sweeney. I know you ain't putting that up, Sweeney. You over here talking about you good with the fugly chick. I know you ain't talking.
She wasn't that tight
with
back
the
then.
fugly.
I'm sorry. That was 99. That was Escape days. She wasn't that tight.
Well, anyway, that's fine.
Everybody was ugly in the 90s. You know what the girls looked like when I was in high school? All of them. Everybody was ugly in my high school. In the 80s, all the girls was ashy and black and ugly. What y'all talking about?
Now, Chili, that's a different story. Now, Chili was bad.
Oh, Lord. Chili always is bad.
Hey, be mad. You done?
Yeah. I mean, everybody jumping in. Yeah.
So we got to hear from the OGs of the 90s, though.
Yeah, I see.
Go ahead and have a debate real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all had a debate real quick.
That's what I got.
Because when I went and looked at what she looked like in the 90s, that look was in that super light.
Light skin,
yeah. I was like,
she was still not the most attractive woman, and that's
not
the whole
thing. No, she wasn't.
See, but I don't think that's the argument, Ricky.
No, I'm gonna make a point. I'll make the point. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh,
that's the
okay.
thing, right? So the same way Shannon, hey, she looked better back then. Same, hey, it's subjective. So who am I to pick a woman based on your preference? You like I don't think Tiny was ever attractive to me.
Okay. I think it's more so on the point of we can tell there's a general consensus of men who are like, okay, there's an attractive person in the room versus that's your type in particular. You know what I'm saying? Some guys like long legs, 5'9", you know what I'm saying, big boobs, whatever. Some like them shorter and some like them, wide hips, big butt. I mean, some like them dark skin, some like them light skin, some like them long hair, some like it short like Tony Braxton. Like, or Halle Berry did. Like, you can have your flavor, but at the end of the day, you're looking at who's overall attractive in general. Like, okay, she's an attractive person. That's an attractive person walking in the room. Is that my type? No. So I'm not trying to go fuck her, but she's attractive. But this one over here, oh, that's my type. I'm jumping on that all day.
But I don't think anybody's choosing like relatively unattractive women. Like, you're not gonna go out and try your best to get with the ugliest woman in the room. You're gonna get with a fairly attractive room. But what that dude is basically talking about, like, my woman got to be the baddest chick in the room. If there's other women in the room, I want my woman to walk in and every man's head in the room turns.
Yeah.
Like that.
Let me give my answer, because I think that's kind of what my answer kind of suggests right there. So men, especially men of today, millennials, I guess, on up, men can be very vain and they can be extremely superficial. And that's what we saw in that video. All right. So the world's general overview or general consensus on beauty is that beauty is symmetry. And if we're talking about a woman, it's usually soft, delicate features. Everybody, man and woman alike, know when the dime just walked in the room. Look at every other woman's face. Because they fixing their hair, they doing like, oh shit, a woman that looked better than me just walked in, and every dude, whether he's with his woman or not, are looking like, God damn, they acting like they dropped their wallet so they can catch a peek, right? So we all know where we have a general consensus on what beauty is. So that is more objective, but attractiveness, like Ricky was saying, is subjective. And one of the things I'd like to highlight here is that as you get older and as you mature, you realize that a lot of these superficial dudes that are being extremely vain all the time, they don't understand what a real woman is. And a real attractive woman, a real beautiful woman, is a total package, right? So one of the things I started to really get into as I got older is when you're asking a girl, it's like when I moved to Houston, everybody fucking pretty out here, man. There's nothing but pretty women. So, a girl flipped her hair, was like, I'm the baddest bitch in here. And I'm like, so? There's a Jamaican Egyptian chick over there. There's a Blasian chick over there. Of course you pretty. What else you got? What else you got? Everybody pretty in here, right? So attractiveness is subjective. And I was started to look for women that are the total package. And here's why that is important. Because when you have a woman that looks good, but is ugly on the inside, she don't cook, she don't clean, she's extremely rude, she's not hospitable, she has no manners, all of that type of stuff, that woman does not stay attractive to the group of men for long. All right. So when you grow up and men have wives and they have real women, you start to notice the men that chose the actual attractive women, the actual real draft picks out here, because they are the total package. It's like, damn, look at the way this woman take care of his kids. Look at the way she hold them down out here in these streets. Look at, like, you see what I'm saying? So that's the type of woman I've actually always went after, because if you actually look at how vain men are, they leave those women alone. Those women are boring because they only got 300 Instagram followers.